losing my mind. I don't know what I'm saying. So, that's a week of a comedian, actor, making it, doing it. Rewind. A lot of things got canceled. Monday, I had to be up early because I worked. I had my freelance job to do, but then I also did a little photo shoot thingy. I had some other stuff to take care of too, but I did a photo shoot thing for a medical practice. It was like a video photo shoot thing, no dialogue, but just like visually. And it was a little bit of pay. It was, not crazy amount of pay, but it wasn't a crazy amount of hours or like a lot of work either. I think my favorite part, selfishly, was that they needed to get like a close-up of my eyes, of me like typing on the computer, like type. But the fun part was that it was of my eyes, and I'm obsessed with my eyes. It's because like one of my dream jobs would be to model glasses or like contacts for 1-800-contacts or something. Just because I think that would be so fun. I've got cool eyes and I wear contacts, so I'm a pro, I'm a user, I feel like that would be fun. So that's one of my dream jobs, is to be an eye model. Get to insure my eyes, like, are you kidding me? Would that be discounts on eye doctor appointments? Glasses? If a glasses company sponsored me, that'd be so fun. I love that. Wasn't that many hours. By the time it got out though, my like acting class starts at 2:30, and I wasn't going to be able to make it to class in time, and I wasn't really like prepared for class either, so I didn't go on Monday, which is kind of a bummer, because you pay for it and you're missing it out, missing just being in the room and the vibe and getting the feedback and learning. I got asked Sunday night to do a podcast for my friend on Monday, and I said no because I was already doing another podcast, whatever. Monday I was supposed to do a podcast after my show, and that podcast got canceled too because the Dodgers were playing. So I ended up having nothing to do Monday evening, and a part of me wanted to go to the Comedy Store to hang out for this thing they have called Potluck on Mondays. And usually I can't go because I have acting class during like the sign-up times. I don't know why I did quotes, it's an actual sign-up time. That Monday was like the only day I would have been able to go, but it didn't feel like the best use of my time. So I edited some videos, put together a little like couple of clips I wanted to post this week. So Monday was good, Dodgers won. Tuesday I did another podcast, a very podcasty week. I did another podcast with this guy named Tino Cucino, and I guess I'll link it. That's what people do. I actually met him in Phoenix when I was on a show. We were on the same show together, and he asked if I wanted to do his podcast. I said yes. It was short and sweet. It was like 45 minutes. It was just like getting to know me and talking to him. But it was really cool because he's also from Texas. He grew up where I went to college. He's like a radio DJ. Like, people know him. And I know him. I just can't really remember where exactly I first heard of him. But the name Tino Cucino, like, you don't forget it. You remember that name. I actually haven't listened to it yet. I'm like embarrassed about it. I know what I said. I was here. But like halfway through, my maintenance guy was coming to fix a hole in my ceiling. Because I love my apartment, but it's like a 1960s apartment, so it's old, it's got little quirks, like that's the heater that doesn't work. Last time I turned it on, a fire alarm went off in my apartment. It's just like, it's an interesting place. And so my maintenance man was coming to fix my ceiling that was falling down, and I had told him the day before, I said, I'm doing a podcast at 11 o'clock, so don't come then. And I don't know, whatever, but he came right at 11, and I was like, my guy. And then he kept knocking on the door because he could hear me talking. So I had to ignore that. And so I was talking about my apartment for a little bit, and then I talked about how I'm a petty person, and can't help it, but everything I do out of spite. So I don't know how great it is, but I went to go have coffee with my friend Willie, who's also a comedian. He's been doing it for a hot minute, and I was like, hey, I'd love to pick your brain about comedy and like everything, just because like I feel like you're doing it well and right, and you seem to stay relevant for so long. Like I'm just interested. And it was a really great conversation, a lot of like insight. He gave me some tips, just like feedback, and thoughts, and it was a nice hang talking about comedy and a lot of like aha moments that are when I think like aha moments, it's always something that I'm sure I would have gotten to eventually, but I needed somebody else to help me, and I got there faster, you know what I mean? Then after that, I went to the Improv, which has an open mic on Tuesdays. I never get called. It's just a fun little exercise to put your name in a bucket, sit down for 2 hours and wait. I've been called once, and that's it. But that's okay. It's what it is, whatever. I also worked on the show I produced. The co-host Yvonne, my co-producer Yvonne. We worked out some things because we've had a lot of trouble getting people to the show. Like, we have about 20 people that show up, but it's always like a struggle. And it's like, hey, please come, I'm begging. And we want people to want to come and not be begged. But I was supposed to have a show Tuesday night at the Glendale room with my friend, and it ended up getting canceled again because of the Dodgers. That got canceled too. And then I actually just came home and again just worked on some videos, wrote a little bit, worked on my one of my other acting classes. They have like these like online modules, classroom exercises, whatever. But Wednesday I actually had a show down in La Jolla, which is close to San Diego, and it was this show called Pretty Funny Women, which is like the longest running women's only show. It's this woman, Lisa Sunset. I think I said it right, I don't know. But she's great, it was great. She teaches these classes. I've never taken her class, but I took a class that was held at her studio by another actor, comedian. And it was like acting for comedy class, which was really fun because then also like that class I was like brand new to acting, so it taught me some like terminology. Like I didn't know what a side was. Idiot, I know. No, not an idiot, just like not in the world of it. So it was like really fun. It taught me like about auditioning and how to film and frame and a couple things. My two best girlfriends, Brenda and Amber, came with me. They did like it's a 3-hour drive down with traffic. It's a bitch, but it's fun. It's fine. It was great. We got to hang out. We don't like our schedules haven't like really mixed recently, so we haven't had a lot of time together. So we got to just like hang and chill and chat, and that was fun. And after did my set, had a great time, loved it, had a blast. Got good feedback from it, and then she also gave me some notes which were really helpful. Kind of, it gave me like a new look on the jokes I've been doing. Basically, she was just like, you tell a lot of stories about, you know, bad relationships and being cheated on and blah blah blah, so you have to circle the story back to like how you're the hero, like how you're better off. And I was like, oh yeah, there is more to the story, because like yeah, at the time those like relationships really hurt, but now I'm like, dude, that's like, thank God. Thank God. And then she asked me to be on another show in LA in November. I'm just gonna be in Texas, so I couldn't do it. But like doing a show and then being asked to do the show again, to me right now is like, and I think forever will be like such a nice form of praise, because there's like a million people you could pick from, and you've seen me once and you want to see me again, like that's cool. So that was a good time. Drove back to LA, only took like an hour, very quick, with my friends, and that was so much fun. I'm so thankful that they went and support me and are down to go to a little road trip for a comedy show. And Thursday was Halloween, and I'm not a big Halloween person. Mostly because I don't like to do the costumes. I don't like, every time I try to do something like cute or funny, it like never pans out, and then I'm like, this was a waste of my money and my time, and I'm embarrassed, and I don't like that. The only good costume I think I've had is maybe like 6 years ago. My sister, this is just like a ramble. This is just rambling, but here we are. My sister and I dressed up as the twins from The Haunting. You know, the ones that are like, play with us forever, Danny, or whatever they say. Play with us, Danny, forever. I don't know. Play with us forever, Danny. Oh my god, if you say it 3 times, will they show up? Anyways, she and I dress as that, and people, she looks like my sister. We look alike, but I don't think we look as like twinny as people think we do. But whenever they see us for the first time, they're like, oh my god, you guys look the same. And so the costumes were great because we looked creepy and the same, and it was fabulous. It was fun. It was in New York. We actually did that year. They have like a parade in West Village, and her friend at the time worked with like the silent disco companies. So we did a silent disco parade through the streets of Manhattan, just like dancing to music no one could hear. It was fun. It was a fun little New York time. And so that's probably the only good costume I've had. Outside of that, like, I usually just put on a wig and do like a scar on my face, and I'm like, I'm a dead something. I'm a dead rock star, whatever. Like, I do something. But yeah, so I'm not a big fan of Halloween. Anyways, that long ass story. And I went to 2 open mics during the day, and then my friend Katie had a Halloween party at her apartment. And so I went to that, and that was so fun. It was like a lot of comedians, a lot of just like cool people there. I didn't know what to expect, but it was like a great setup. It was fun. It was very Halloween. Like, it was amazing. I dressed up as Dolly Parton, and I wore a cute little wig. She was the Dolly Mama. I felt so embarrassed walking around with this stupid wig. I had like mole on my face. I don't know. It just felt dumb, but it was fun. It was a good time. I haven't been drinking a lot lately, and so I don't have like 2 beers at the party, which was amazing because I was able to wake up the next day like not hungover, productive. I am enjoying waking up productive and like getting a full day and not just like on my couch, you know? I woke up, I went to this like 7 a.m. workout class, which is cute, at this place called Bunda. It's like half little like stationary workout weights and then half Stairmaster. November 1st, all the bills were due. So thankfully I got paid for my freelance job, paid all my bills, and now I have no money. That's the life. No, I didn't have a show, but I went to a few open mics. I went to a writer's mic, which was really great. And it was actually, I specifically love it when there's a lot of like guys in those writers' mics, just because their outlook on stuff is obviously very different than mine, and their feedback on jokes I tell about dating, about being cheated on, is nice, and I always feel is productive. It felt like an admin week for me. Like, I was making videos, I was updating, like writing a little bit more than I had in the past. I've been making a plan for acting of producers, writers, casting directors that I want to reach out to and make connections with, because I feel like I could be on their shows. So I'm figuring out that right now, but I made a list of people I want to reach out to, specifically people from Hyphenate Media. It's like Eva Longoria's media company that I can't remember if founded or a part of, but is embedded in. And I just, as a Latina, I feel like that would be fun. Anyways, I feel like that'd be a good connection. So I'm trying to build relationships where they don't exist and kind of just like insert myself into this world that I have no clue about, because I want to be in it. I want to be in that world. So that was it. Very admin week. Oh, yesterday I took Mia to this park. It's called Baldwin. No, I can't remember the name of it. I took my dog out there in the morning and I did a little meditation. I know. And then I did yoga, and Mia just like hung out with me, and I wrote for the day. I planned out my day, did a little journaling. I wrote a little bit, and then it's actually really cold, so we came back early. I planned to be there for hours, and then it got cold. I'm making my little toes were freezing. Then I had my Spanish class. It was the second class of it. It was a little bit better than the first one. I have taken Spanish, and I took it in middle school, I took it in high school, I took it in college. And when you take Spanish classes in different like things, it's not like the middle school one continues to high school and they just assume you guys are on the same page. They have to start back from zero. Same thing with college. They can't assume everybody's on the same page. They start back from zero. So I've learned the freaking alphabet a million times over. I don't want to learn the alphabet anymore. I don't want to see the alphabet anymore. I can't, if I have to do I, E, what, I can't. I'll lose my mind. So again, this class, we reviewed the alphabet one more time, and then we did the numbers and the days of the week and the months, which are great, and I think they're so good to know. I just have learned that stuff for years in middle school and high school and in college, and I'm done. I mean, I know the months. Took my little Spanish class, and then I went to another open mic, which was fun. A lot of people I know that were there, just like tried out some stuff. Came home, and then I had 2 shows, both in Bellflower, which is like east of LA. I love going out there. The crowds are always great. One was at the Stand-Up Comedy Club, and then the other one was like a backyard fundraiser. The Stand-Up Comedy Club was really fun. It felt fun, for sure. I had a good time. I felt like I did well. But after, I got a lot of compliments. The guy who was like the headliner was like, "How'd that feel? That was great." And then the owner of the club was like, I thoroughly enjoyed your set. And he's never told me that before. He's seen me multiple times. And I was like, dang. Why is it that when I get off and I'm like, that was okay, people are like, loved it. But when I'm like, I nailed it, people are like, oh, well, I got some notes. So, I don't know. and then went to this backyard party, which was so long. It would started at, I got there at 8, left to go to the show, then came back, and the comedy was still going on. I got there like at 10. I didn't go on stage until 11:30, 11:45. So it was like a long time. It was fun. It was for a good cause. It was a good hang again. But I was like, man, this is a lot. Oh, another one of the cancellations. Saturday night, I was super excited to do a show at the Ice House, like one of their like house shows that you get booked for. With Jesus Sepulveda was on that, Joe Wong, but it got canceled because not enough tickets were sold. Anyways, today I've got the open mic I host with my co-producer Yvonne, and then I got a show in Huntington Beach, which should be cute and fun, and I haven't been there in a hot minute, so that was all that happened, and that was just this week. It's gonna be cute, it's gonna catch on, and you guys are gonna be like, oh, just this week, and it's gonna be a thing. At least in my little head here. Hasta later! I should be more prepared for this.